Hey everyone, I know today's been a little rough in the market, so I want to give a quick market update and actually record my screen so you guys can see exactly what's going on and what I'm looking at. So obviously we had a lot of liquidations today, 2.53 billion in the past 24 hours. That is a lot. And a couple reasons for that. One, the government shutdown. Two, I believe China has announced to ban Bitcoin again. I'll need to double check that. But there's been a few other reasons. And in my opinion, again, this is a big flush that we're seeing in the market. I know Ed was talking about it. GE was talking about this. And so now we're seeing it come to fruition. Thankfully, we're still in the Bitcoin short. Unfortunately, we did get stopped out on the Ethereum long. I did not think Ethereum would actually crash through all of those support levels. But like I said, whenever you have a lot of cascading liquidations and negative news combined, that is a recipe for disaster. But looking at these liquidations, I do expect we'll see a bottom within the next 1 to 3 days. I do know as well, remember we have the full moon, and then also potentially they could resolve the government shutdown by Monday, which would coincide together. But at the same time, just make sure you're managing risk appropriately, not making any rash decisions, and also not trading on high leverage. Now, looking at the liquidation data here, you can see it's taken all the liquidity to the downside here on Bitcoin. I mean, we go to the 1 week, and we can see again, same thing, but we have a lot of liquidity up to 84.8K. So are we going to continue lower, or are we going to reverse back to the upside? I think there's a lot more to the market than just looking at liquidation levels, but nonetheless, it gives us some type of picture as where all of that liquidity is concentrated. And then we look to the 1 month here, same thing, a lot of liquidity to the downside. So there's really not much left. I assume they're going to wait until long start really getting heavy here and then bring it down again. But for now, we may see a complacency bounce, or at least a relief bounce more so. But let's see what happens with that. But again, I will go over that in the charts. Now, looking at Watch Your Guru. So there's a lot of news that came out, and I did mention that government shutdown probably last until Monday here, which is a big reason for the drop. And then if we scroll down, we can see a few things here. So Tom Lee's Bitmine ETH investment is currently at a $6 billion unrealized loss. A lot of institutions are taking a hit, especially with precious metals as well. A lot of people are taking a hit on gold and silver, which just adds to the cascading liquidations. And so here you can see the Senate officially passes bill to avoid U.S. government shutdown, but this was 20 hours ago. And I do believe we are actually having one. And we can actually look at this in real time here, and you can see what I mean. But let's go ahead and check out the latest news on it. So here you can see the government is officially shut down. Funding lapsed at midnight while the Senate struck a deal and the House didn't even show up. DC chaos right on time. So again, there you go. The Senate worked, but the House didn't. And so now what's going to happen, you can see the shutdown at midnight affected parts of the Departments of Agriculture, Homeland Security, Labor, Health, and Human Services. So a lot of things are affected right now. And you can see here the House is expected to vote on the Senate passed funding package on Monday. So that's why I said Monday we may see some relief, but let's wait and see what happens. Now let's go ahead and look at the TradFi space. So again, nothing really because it's the weekend, so the TradFi space isn't trading, but just look at where the markets were at before then. S&P 69.39 with the RSI approaching that signal line there. You have the gold at 48.95 from a high of 5,600. So a huge retracement on gold there as the RSI does technically break above that trend line resistance, but now breaking back below it on the weekly from overbought. So expecting potentially some more negative momentum on gold to at least 45.50. And then looking at oil here. So oil's at 65.73, a great trade here. In my opinion, it could very well continue to go up. It is a hedge against what's going on right now, so potentially could be a good investment in the short term. And you can see the US dollar right now. It did have that huge drop all the way down to 95.50, so almost at that 95.20 support. The weekly RSI is at 39, so not really overbought, oversold, but you can see the dollar is bouncing up now, looking to approach that resistance of 97.50, so watching that very closely. Now, looking at the overall market, so obviously everything is down. Bitcoin 77.7K, down 7.9%. Ethereum 2387, down 13.1%. And then you have Solana down 13% to 102. Crazy drop in the market right now, guys. I know everyone's panicking, everyone's wondering what's going on, but again, we were talking about this earlier on, especially in our last video we had on YouTube. If you haven't seen that, please go and see that. It's in the recordings channel. GE talked about it, Ed talked about it. So a lot of negative momentum right now, but we were prepared for this. You have rain up 2.6%. You have Providence blockchain up 1.2%. But again, most things are underperforming today. Even Hyperliquid is down 10% to $29. So again, just managing that risk appropriately during these moves and watching which tokens are the outperformers. That's something I'm going to be watching very, very closely. Now, looking at the fear and greed index here. So we refresh the page. It is at 26. So we are getting close to that extreme fear area. That's when it's really going to be a good area for DCAing. But at the same time, remember, we're in that swing short from Bitcoin, nearly reaching all the take profit levels. But the big thing is not being in a hurry to long, waiting until you have confluence with your indicators, with your major SR lines, also with sentiment indicators and macro view also turning bullish. That is a lot of confluence that you want to look for, or at least bottoming signals for a potential relief bounce. And so at 26, it tells you that people are very, very scared right now, potentially even declining further. So we'll have to see what happens. It's the weekend, so there's going to be a lot of volatility. So again, you don't want to jump the gun. But at the same time, potentially we could see Monday a relief bounce. But right now there's a lot of fear. So while there is good opportunities to DCA, you don't want to put in everything right now. And then looking at the ETF flows. So on January 30th, we saw 509 million of outflows. Yesterday, 817 million. So a huge number of outflows these past 2 days. Now, the big thing with this, usually when you see this, you see some type of relief bounce, okay? Which that would make sense on Monday. But like I said, we don't want to jump the gun here. Maybe DCAing, but at the same time, let's see what's going on because there are a lot of institutions that are losing money. We saw Tom Lee in a $6 billion unrealized loss right now on BitMine. So a lot of people are getting blown up right now. We could see cascading effects similar to October 10th. So right now being patient is key and looking for those confluence signals for a bounce when and if it happens. And then if we look at Ethereum, so Ethereum looking at a similar picture here, 252 million of outflows and 155 million of outflows there. So that's something to watch out for as well. Again, not as much as Bitcoin, but still large numbers for Ethereum, just relatively speaking. So that's something to watch for Monday if we do have some type of relief bounce as well. Now, let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin. So if we look at the weekly chart here, you can see this is the level I was interested in. So 78K, we could very well bounce here. But if we look at the indicators, let's go ahead and unhide those. So we can see a few things here. One, the RSI on the weekly getting close to oversold, and then the stock RSI getting close to oversold as well. But we do have bearish momentum as a red dot on Synergy. Now, we also have the 200 weekly EMA at 69.3K, and then we have that resistance, or I should say support at 72K. So some good bottoming levels here between 69 to 72K, potentially to bid. I do have this buy level here for a reason between 67 to 60 or 67 to 72. And so I think DCA orders here could be very lucrative. Now, could we bounce here? It's highly likely because this is such a significant level. We already wicked down, didn't quite reach below here of 74.4K. So again, maybe some DCAing here could pay off. But like I said, it's the weekend, so there's going to be a lot of volatility. Now, if we look at the daily charts, I mean, the RSI is now oversold. Okay, the RSI is oversold, the stock RSI is oversold, and Synergy is actually, has a strong downtrend right now, but it's getting close to its lowest levels down here from -80. So watching that closely as well. But like I said, waiting for this daily close. If we close above 78K, it could be fairly bullish. We could see a little reversal, especially as the RSIs and stock RSI are in confluence finally being oversold. So yeah, so that's something you got to look out for, right? You got to look at the confluence from sentiment, macro, but also your indicators and SR lines. And right now, the indicators are lining up, support levels are lining up, but the only thing is the macro, the uncertainty, that could bring us down more, especially if there's more negative news. Now, I did mention earlier real quick that China was banning Bitcoin. Let me look real quick and see if there is any validity to that. So a few things here. So Whale Guru says that China bans ownership of Bitcoin and crypto again. So let's see exactly, if this has any validity. If it's just one person, then I hesitate to actually believe it. So yeah, let's go ahead and wait exactly until, we see some consistency with that. So I don't want to say for sure that this is truth data yet. So again, just waiting for clarity on that. But like I said, let's wait for the close on the daily and let's see what happens with this. But so far, could be good level to at least DCA. But really what you want to look for is that 67 to 72K level. Now, looking at Ethereum here. So Ethereum had a huge pullback. Right now it's at 2373. And its next support is at really 2370 where it's at now. So it's blew through previously where we had that major support. If you actually look on the weekly, This is what I was looking at, is resistance to turn to support. But the next major support is going to be at 2190, where it's bounced multiple times in the past. The weekly RSI and stock RSI are almost oversold again, not quite there. If you look at the daily, same thing. The RSI and stock RSI are actually oversold right now, so expecting a bounce fairly soon. I mean, we do have a lot of support between 2070 to 2190. This would be a great area to DCA if we come down here again, especially with the indicators in confluence. And so I'm going to be watching these levels, 2070 to 2190. And if we do end up closing above 2370, then that would be fairly bullish, because like I said, 2370 is the next area that we did bounce from July 2nd of last year. Could we do that again this time? It's very possible. So again, watching the daily close, let's see what happens. But like I mentioned earlier, guys, this bear flag that we had on the daily, I mean, playing out perfectly, right? You had basically the flag pulled down here, and same with Bitcoin too. I mean, if we look at Bitcoin, we'll see the same pattern, but a flag pull here, and then basically a uptrend before breaking down again. So this is where those patterns really do play out, and you need to be focused on them accordingly. But like I said, 2370 for a daily close above, that's the first order about I'm gonna look for a potential bounce, especially as the indicators are oversold. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and look at Solana. So Solana right now is looking at $101. It is near that 103 support where we bounced last time. It did wick down to 96, just above where that wick was at, call it $95 on April 7th. So let's see what happens here with Solana. If we go to the weekly chart, we can see the stock RSI is oversold, but the RSI is almost oversold, again, near the support. So let's see where the weekly closes on Solana. I would say above 103, be fairly bullish. Below that, especially below 100, be fairly bearish. So really the next support level here, I mean, if we go to the weekly and we try to nail down the next one, we could see here at $89. Could be some relief here, and then also near $76. So I know that people don't want to hear that going that low, but we just need to be ready just in case, okay? That's the biggest thing, is being ready and being prepared, because if you fail to prepare, then you prepare to fail. So that's the level I'm watching, for it to close above 103 if we can. And then from there, look for resistance at 112 and 117. But if not, look for the next support at 89 and 76. So with that said, guys, again, I know this is a lot to take in. I know there's a lot going on today. Unfortunately, couldn't have any emergency meeting because I have to take a long drive today. But at the very least, I want to give you guys this market update. Hopefully it helps out. And if you have any questions, please post them in general chat, support chat, off topic, wherever is best. Tag a team member, because we want to help you guys as much as possible, keep everyone calm. But at least we're in that Bitcoin short from Ed from 96K. We actually ticked the top of that. So it feels good to at least have that as a hedge. And then we'll keep you guys apprised of some next positions that we're looking at in the future. But like I said, this is why it pays to recognize these patterns, to be prepared, especially when you start seeing negative correlation here. So that's what we're doing right now. And that's what we will continue to do in Data's Alpha Circle. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Have a great weekend. Talk soon.